Welcome to Newswatch at 5:30. I'm Teresa Kashuba. On tonight's show, 17 years in the making and anchored by an 1840s farmhouse, we are headed to Docville Wild West Park and Film Set. It's where Newcastle, Ontario meets Dodge City, Kansas, at a time when gunfights between buffalo hunters, railroad workers, drifters, and soldiers created a hasty need for a local burial place known as Boot Hill. The town would have looked very much like Docville. It's the creation of Steve Holiday. Yes, that's his real name. This looks incredible. This street is amazing. What era are we walking through right now?
Right now we're walking through a time depicted around the 1880s.
Okay, and tell us about some of the places that you have along this main street.
Well, along the main street we have the dentist's office, which was for Doc Holiday. You can also get a hot bath down the alleyway. General stores, telegraph office.
Right.
This is the Lone Star Carriage Company.
Okay.
And as we move along the town, we have several other businesses.
And these are all, I mean, really the kinds of things that you would have seen popped up on a main street. Actually, you were able to find photographs of a town that looked similar to this?
Yes. Actually, I found the photograph after I'd built the town. I found a picture of Dodge City in 1880, and
right.
The caption read, "This is what Dodge City looked like when Doc Holiday stepped off the stage." And when we picked up the picture from the point where we were standing and looked at our town, it was like there's something kind of uncanny.
Really?
So, and, you know, this is kind of how the whole thing is
just coming together.
Just coming together. It's amazing.
Circumstance after circumstance, or so-called circumstance, coincidence?
Well, yeah, and I guess I'm living it.
Oh, that's so neat. Well, I understand that a key spot on this town street is the saloon. The Longhorn Saloon. Can we head back and take a look inside?
We sure can.
There is so much to see here. This is incredible. Even the signs look like they would in a movie about the Wild West.
Well, I did a lot of research into photographs. So when we started to put the signage up, we looked at a lot of authentic photographs. And, you know, to really get a feel when you're looking at that picture to say, yeah, you know, the amount of signs and just how they were kind of done up.
October 26, 1881, under the haze of a midday sun.
I was going to barge in, but I thought that would be rude. I just wanted to come through the swinging doors. It's so cool in here. Okay, Doc,
yes.
We are in the Longhorn Saloon. Is that what we're at?
We are.
Look at this collection of amazing things. Now, is this pretty much where Docville got started, I understand?
It did. This was one of my very first, I guess, projects, you could say, that I started with.
Right.
Almost 20 years ago, I built this and basically turned it into my rec room. So, because the house was 1848, and it's not like they have the kind of basements that you can put rec rooms in. So,
right.
I wanted a rec room, and this is where it started.
Where on earth did you get? What are some of your favorite pieces in the saloon, and where do they come from? How about that?
Well, we've got many different pieces. You know, we've got lots of authentic bottles and you know, stuff that was pretty typical of what you would have seen in a men's saloon.
Oh yes, of course, a men's.
Back in the 1880s, and you know, we have a few old Western collectibles and you know, some old military stuff and
who can I step in behind the bar?
Sure can.
Who is this gentleman here?
This is a photograph of my great-grandfather, Marcus James Holiday, and that picture was taken in about 1886. And over on the other wall, we actually have a smaller print of the original Doc Holiday.
The guy himself, who here is warned in this poster, is practicing dentistry without a license.
Yeah, and that was at the time when there was the feud going on between the Earps And as Sheriff John Behan was actually siding with the cattle rustlers. So there was some, you know, basically there was some politics involved.
What's it like for you to be a part of this ambiance every day?
It's great. You know, I feel totally at home here. So, you know, this is, you know, I guess this is the reason why I built the town. I wanted to live in my own Western environment, and every morning when I get up and, you know, step out onto the street, I look both ways and kind of check for the stage coming into town.
Well, when I came in, I was going to order a whiskey, but this is a family show, so do you have any...
Sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla. How about we get one of those and then head over to the hotel where you've done some incredible interior work.
Sure, love to show you.
Oh my word. Steve, this is fantastic. Oh my gosh, it's so rich and dark. So this would be, we're in the hotel now?
This is the lobby of the Grand Hotel of Docville.
Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. Look at this, even the furniture. Where did this come from?
This came from a very special antique shop, which I picked out with my designer, Casey Lynn.
Okay. Isn't this so, I mean, it looks like it totally should be here. The colors, everything. So was she a key player in helping you kind of get this look?
Yes. She has quite an eye herself for color, and, you know, she just worked with me and asked what colors I liked, and between the two of us, we've created this magnificent...
It's like a grand parlor almost. And even the stove. Where did this come from?
It actually, well, it came from a antique shop in Port Hope.
Okay.
The stove is 1881. It's an authentic piece, which dates right back to the very time era of the Tombstone gunfight at the OK Corral. So we were so pleased to find objects that fit right in with our whole theme.
Well, it seems that as you and I have been talking and walking around, it seems that the circumstances, again, like we talked about earlier, you would just seem to cross paths with so many things that were contributors to the setting here.
Exactly. It's
like
been
these pictures and the
It's
ironwork.
been an interesting journey, to say the least, as far as just circumstances, people that I've met, and you know, just being able to find all of the right pieces that
It's
that
wonderful.
make us feel that we are creating this very special moment from the past.
Well, the dining room is beautiful as well. Shall we pop in there?
Yes.
Great. Wow, what a grand room. This is beautiful, but you can see how it's still that Western flair, but very upscale. I can see people in the big hats and the fine suits and their baggage, maybe waiting to board the coach or something like that.
Well, that's the environment that we wanted to create for our guests when they're here, whether it's for a business or corporate function, weddings, and with our bed and breakfast.
Isn't that neat? Well, what do they think when they come in here and they see this place for the first time? It must be fun to see their eyes.
People are blown away. It's, you know, but back during the Wild West, when the towns were first being built, they always had that one part that was very, very high class. Because especially when they were putting in the railroads, there was a lot of money being pumped in.